What's good? What's going on? Shout out to the fam out there, man. Saturday morning, January 17th, 2026. This month is going by pretty fast, man. It's going by pretty fast. So I appreciate you all for tapping in, man. Let's get right to it. I got some things that I want to share with y'all. And man, it is what it is. Now I was chilling last night. This Poetic Flakko video came in my algorithm. Well, it popped up in my recommended videos. And I decided to watch it. And I like Poetic Flacco's perspective on this whole thing. I like his perspective, right? I really do. Press the like button, support the show, tap on in. There's some things that I forgot to mention. There's some things that I believe that I left out, but we're gonna piece everything together this morning. You know, we're gonna get it together. Shout out to the people. You feel me? Barbara Son. So what up, Red? I'm back in San Antonio. It's cold out here. Frankie Mack in San Antonio. Get the likes up for your brother, man. Now you guys do know YouTube terminated Red Supreme TV1. I was watching some YouTube videos last night, and then next thing you know, it said page not found. And I kept clicking it, and it was just saying the same thing. Error, page not found, right? Then eventually I went to my Gmail and I checked my Gmail. It said, your channel has been terminated and removed by YouTube for harassment and bullying. Now, before they terminate your channel, you get 3 strikes. You get 3 strikes and then they terminate your channel. Now, what's crazy is this. I got the first strike I got was in December by Tommy. The second strike I got was this month by Anton Daniels. And what they did was, this is what they said. They said, we've listened to your content, and we found more content that's in line with well, we found more content on your channel that's bullying and harassing. So they terminated my channel, man. I'm not gonna cry about that. I can repost some of the videos. I will appeal it. Not even tripping, man. That's the whole purpose of me starting this channel. I got a third channel too that I'll be promoting on this live stream today. So I'll be promoting my third channel just to get the third channel up and running as well. You know, that's how we gonna do it. So yeah, man, like I said, man, I'm chilling last night. I believe I was watching a video. I forgot what video I was watching, and then the channel just went blank, and it said error. Check the Gmail, and boom. So they've been reporting the channel. They've been reporting the channel, man. So it is what it is. That channel was gone. Finito. Adios. Red Supreme TV1 is terminated. You see what I'm saying? And what's crazy is this. Today is Friday. I believe on Wednesday, Anton Daniels flagged my channel on Wednesday. Right? And then by Friday, yesterday, they terminated the channel. And my thing is this. I only had 2 strikes. They didn't give me a third strike. After the second strike, they said we're just going to terminate the channel because of the content that you have on here. So they just went up there and just terminated the rest of the stuff that I had. They didn't give no warning. They didn't give me a third strike. They just removed the channel, bro. Yeah. So shout out to my people, man. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. Man, they be flagging my channel, man. I've been telling y'all. My channel it's been shadow banned and they've been flagging. So that's what they've been doing. True story, fellas. All it takes is for a bunch of people to report your channel and YouTube will flag you, right? You know, they'll flag you. You know, you get a bunch of people to come on one accord, they flag your content, man. Unfortunately, that's what they do. Yeah, man. Right. YouTube only likes a certain agenda. So listen, bro. This is why we got to keep the profanity out of here and just tread lightly. Like I said, I got a third channel that I'm working on, and I'm gonna be doing work on Rumble. You know, pretty soon I'm gonna just leave YouTube alone. Yeah. Tommy Sotomayor flagged my channel first, and Anton Daniels flagged it second. And then yesterday, YouTube just got rid of the channel. I had 2 strikes and they terminated. See, this is my thing. I wasn't gonna go live on Red Supreme TV1 until like April. Maybe sometime in like March or April. Like March or April, then I was gonna get back on Red Supreme TV1, but they terminated it. They was like, bloop, gone. They're not gonna promote this one through the algorithm. I can tell by how the numbers are going. They're gonna it's gonna be a slow drag with this one. See, I can tell what type of numbers we're gonna get within the first 10 minutes. I can kind of tell by how fast the notifications are getting out. We should be at 200 live viewers by now. So if you're watching and you're rocking with King Supreme, make sure that you bless the like button. It ain't nothing. So that this live stream can get in YouTube's algorithm with no problem. Right? Yeah, they flagged it. They flagged my channel for bullying and harassment. For bullying and harassment. You know, that's what got my channel flagged, man. You did. It is what it is, man. We gonna get it together. They're not gonna stop us, man. Trust and believe when I tell you they're not gonna stop me. They can't stop the rain. Let's get into the content though.
Holcomb and Anton Daniels situation has gotten worse since the last time we covered it.
I don't do no sucking shit. No sucking shit on me.
I'm from Detroit.
Say
right
I
now.
suck a dick again.
I'm right here, right now. Phone right down, right now. I'm going up back. I don't give a fuck about this shit. I'm doing this shit for the internet.
I'll show you I ain't doing it for the internet.
Ain't no, cause you ain't gonna do. Cause you're not gonna do.
Come
shit.
at me with that dick sucking again.
You're not gonna.
Come at me with. Say I suck dick again.
We can go all back right now. We can go all back right now. I'm waiting.
Oh wait, and then what we got to realize is this: Anton Daniels, you got an armed security guard with you, and let's be real. Corey Holcomb is 57 years old. Anton Daniels is 43. You don't get no props for telling a 57-year-old man you will catch a fade. You don't get no props for that. You know what I mean? Why don't you take a fade with a 37-year-old man, or even a man your age? Corey Holcomb is 57 years old, bro. Corey Holcomb is too old to be out there fighting anybody. It's not like Anton Daniels challenged somebody in his prime, like a young wolf in his prime or a young lion in his prime. Corey is 57 years old. He really ain't got no business dancing. I didn't even know that Corey was 57. I thought Corey was maybe like late 40s. But come to find out, Corey is in his late 50s. telling a 57-year-old man that let's fight. You nah, bro. You don't get no props for that. You don't get no credit for that. You a buster.
I bet you won't say that. We go back.
Before the video even gets started, I want to put y'all on to the best money play right now on the internet called Free
Anton
Cash.
is 43 years old, challenging a 57-year-old man to a fight. Like, you don't get no props for that, bro. I wouldn't even fight a 57-year-old man. I would never even challenge a 57-year-old man to a fight. It's unfair. That's not a fair fight. Anton is a coward. And now he's talking greasy all over YouTube like he punked Corey Holcomb. And then you got those goofy ass followers of his soaking it up as if he did something. Corey is 57, bro. Why don't you challenge somebody your age for a fade and see how that works out for you? I don't think you're gonna do that.
These folks are willing to pay you to play video games said that Corey Holcomb be sucking black people's D in a conversation about holding your own people accountable. Corey Holcomb says Anton Daniels only speak badly about black people and don't address white people at all. Anton Daniels said that Corey Holcomb's only speak highly of black people and he be sucking their D. That got, Corey Holcomb very upset. Anton Daniels, to his credit, didn't back down. Corey Holcomb ultimately chose to be mature and not get violent.
Shout out to Gold Professor for the super chat, man. I wanna do a better job at reading off the super chat. So shout out to Gold Professor.
Anton Daniels during the podcast, but Anton Daniels' actions after this podcast has made Corey Holcomb regret not being violent with Anton.
Right here, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
Get your dumb ass out of my comment section. Corey got in his face, right? But Corey didn't say let's fight. Corey just said if you call me a D sucker again, then you're gonna see what's gonna happen. Anton was the one that said let's catch a fade. Corey Holcomb drew the line in the sand and said if you cross this line again, then I'm gonna take flight. Get your dumb ass out of my comment section, boy.
This.
Yeah.
He was holding the microphone like this. That's
okay.
That's the honest to God on everything.
A lot of people start trembling, when their adrenaline gets to flowing. That doesn't mean that you're scared. I know a lot of people who get nervous before a physical altercation. It doesn't make them scared. And then you got to understand, Corey Holcomb is 57 years old. He ain't got no business catching a fade with nobody at 57. Anton is talking about it like he accomplished something. Anton is clout chasing off of this. You ain't heard Corey Holcomb say nothing about this. Anton been going to different platforms, telling everybody he punked Corey. Oh, if I do this, man, let me show you how gullible people on YouTube are. Let me show you how gullible these people are. The same way that Anton is trying to use this Corey Holcomb situation, he's trying to use the situation to make himself look tough, to make it seem like he challenged somebody to a fight. And Corey's a 57-year-old man. He said, I'm gonna continue to use this. I want everybody to use this. And guess what? Everybody should use that Fleece Johnson clip. So as long as Anton Daniels goes in on Corey Holcomb with that video, I'm gonna use the Fleece Johnson situation to embarrass him. And what's crazy is you don't have people bringing it up. The majority of people I've seen that made comments about this, I haven't seen none of them use the Fleece Johnson situation to roast Anton Daniels. His career should be over. This is how you know we're dealing with stupid people. Gang goofy Gilligans on the internet. Anton's career should be over after he allowed Fleece Johnson to sex play him like that. How you gonna talk about Corey Holcomb when the situation with you and Fleece Johnson was way worse? But you know what he gonna say? I made money off that Fleece Johnson interview. And Hollywood gives people money to engage in homosexual activities. What's the difference? You made money off the Fleece Johnson interview, big deal. Hollywood will pay you to engage in rainbow activities. You'll be financially compensated. Stop it.
Was shaking like a stripper, bro.
So Corey Holcomb was shaking in his boots, terrified of Anton Daniels. I got it.
I know people don't know this, but that's what I do. I don't talk about it online. I shoot fair ones all the time.
I Anton, bro. Yeah, I blame Corey Holcomb, man. A square catch 1W, man, they start acting outside their body.
I got 3 brothers, nephews, friends. If we have a problem, we shoot a fair one. Yeah, that's not me being tough. I'm not tough. I'm not none of that shit. Let me be very clear. I want to be very, very clear.
Let's get back to it. All right.
Bro. But the nastiest part about this all is Anton saying that he did this for Black MAGA.
Free media says, thank you for standing tall for Black conservative men. Oh yeah, they think we. They think
He did it for Black MAGA men. And then y'all, I'm not saying y'all in my comment sections, you got people allowing this guy to talk greasy. Like he really accomplished something. It's crazy.
I got 3 brothers, nephews.
Was shaking in his boots, terrified of Anton Daniels. I got it.
I know people don't know this, but that's what I do. I don't talk about it online. I shoot fair ones all the time.
I Anton, bro. Yeah, I blame Corey Holcomb, man. A square catch 1W, man, they start acting outside their body.
I got 3 brothers, nephews, friends. If we have a problem, we shoot a fair one. Yeah, that's not me being tough. I'm not tough. I'm not none of that shit. Let me be very clear. I want to be very, very clear. I want you to hear it from me directly. I would have beat the shit out of Corey.
Corey Holcomb really created a monster, bro. But the nastiest part about this all is Anton saying that he did this for Black MAGA.
Free media says, thank you for standing tall for Black conservative men. Oh yeah, they think we. They think that just because we Republican and we conservative that we.
Crazy how squares switch up so fast. Yo, a square will go from, I'm not a violent guy, I'm not a tough guy, man, I don't want no smoke, bro, I'm not gangster, to the moment they was able to finesse or swindle a W in the internet's eyes in a physical confrontation, they will go from, oh, I'm not no tough guy.
It's not a real W. The internet is goofy. The internet is goofy. because you have to look at it like this too. Anton had an armed security guard with him. The security guard was not going to let Anton get mollywopped and boo-bob like that. They was not going to let that happen. So, but it shows you that the internet is full of goofies. Now, I did say that Corey should have never got emotional. Corey should have just roasted Anton with jokes, right? That's exactly what he should have did. But at the same time, Anton talking about let's catch a fade, dude, you got a bodyguard with you. Seriously? Then you got these gang goofy Gilligans on there. Ooh, Anton, ooh, Anton. Anton is goofy. The same people that's talking about Corey never held Anton Daniels accountable for allowing Fleece Johnson to sex play him. They never said anything about it. They swept it underneath the rug. See, the internet, they pick and choose who they want to hold accountable. If Corey Holcomb looks bad for Anton talking about let's go out back for a fade, surely Anton looks terrible for allowing Fleece Johnson to sex play him like that. But none of these guys are saying anything about it. They swept it underneath the rug.
To language like this in a heartbeat.
Corey would have got the shit beat out of him.
Anton has gotten so beside himself after getting his W over Corey Holcomb that Anton is now telling people that podcasters are terrified to sit down and look him in his eyes in person, as if like he's some type of boogeyman or something, man.
I'm keeping it 100, bro. I'm keeping it 100. Man, I knew that wasn't gonna do nothing. That was shaking like a stripper. He telling Darlene, "Hey, move over there. Let me get."
Ain't nobody scared of Anton Daniels. Come on, man. He's shaking like a. Who in their right mind believe that anybody is scared of Anton Daniels? And from the looks of things, the audience don't even look up. They don't even look like they're buying it. Look at all these people on the panel. They don't even look like they're buying it. They're looking like, nah, whatever. I don't think Corey was afraid of you, Anton. You got to be gang goofy to believe that Corey was afraid of Anton. Listen, when I get into a fight, my adrenaline gets to flowing, and there may be some nerves there, but it don't make me scared. It's just that when my adrenaline gets to going, it rattles my nerves, but I'm still prepared. Doesn't mean that somebody is scared. Nobody in their right mind believes that anybody is afraid of Mr. Potato Head Anton Daniels. Let's be real. Look at everybody right here. None of them, listen, even though a girl like, I don't know. Look at the chick right there, Lee. He talking and she looking like, I don't know about that, but she ain't gonna say nothing because she don't want Anton Daniels to kick her out for the panel.
That's for the internet.
Yeah, but Red Supreme TV1 is terminated. Tommy Sotomayor flagged my channel in December. Anton Daniels flagged my channel on Wednesday. So that was strike number 2. Yesterday, which was Friday, YouTube terminated my channel for bullying and harassing. Anton Daniels sent his minions to flag my channel, y'all. Now, of course, he's going to say he didn't do it, but he sent his minions to flag my channel and got Red Supreme TV1 terminated. So for now, you got to find me over here, and I will promote my third channel, True Spoken Podcast. But let's get back to the content. But back to what I was saying. Nobody on this panel is buying what Anton is saying. Anton is a cream puff. He's a Pop-Tart. He's a sweetheart. Nobody's afraid of Anton Daniels. Corey Holcomb is 57 years old, and Anton Daniels acting like he accomplished something. At 57, I'm not fighting nobody. I'm going to put some fire on you. I'm going to put some iron on you. Now, I know some 57-year-old men who will fight, but at 57, you ain't got no business catching fades at 57. You don't get brownie points for calling out a 57-year-old man for a fade. You just don't. Anton Daniels is the same man who allowed Fleece Johnson to sex play him, and nobody on the internet is bringing that up. Maybe me and maybe a handful of other people. But most of these large platforms, who got a lot of subscribers, they're not saying nothing. The first thing they need to say, well, hold on, Anton, you let Fleece Johnson play you up out of your panties. Fleece Johnson told you he will do this and he will do that, and you giggled. The Fleece Johnson situation was way worse than the Corey Holcomb thing.
Terrified to sit down and look him in his eyes in person, as if like he's some type of boogeyman or something, man. Square will go from, I'm not a violent guy, I'm not a tough guy, man, I don't want no smoke, bro, I'm not gangster, to the moment they was able to finesse or swindle a W in the internet's eyes in a physical confrontation, they will go from, oh, I'm not no tough guy, to language like this in a heartbeat.
Corey would have got the shit beat out of me.
Anton has gotten so beside himself after getting his W over Corey Holcomb that Anton is now telling people that podcasters are terrified to sit down and look him in his eyes in person.
Anton Daniels got beat up for his lunch money in school. And then Anton is a trust he's a trust fund baby. Mike TV exposed Anton Daniels. And ain't nothing wrong with being a trust fund baby. But Anton be talking this rich money stuff like he just got it out of the mud. And he didn't get it out of the mud. He's a trust fund baby. His father passed away and left him a lot of money. Now he's on YouTube flossing and talking down on poor people. Anton Daniels is a buster, certified buster. He's a trust fund baby that's bragging like he didn't got his money up out of the mud or something. And clearly that's not what happened. Anton Daniels' father passed away and left him a lump sum of money. Anton Daniels' father won a lawsuit. He won a lawsuit for something that happened at his job. He won a lawsuit. He passed away, and Anton Daniels got all the money. Don't for 1 second believe that this clown, Mr. Potato Head, got it out of the mud, because he didn't. He's flossing. Speaking of people who don't know no better. But there's a lot of people who done some digging behind the scenes. Mike TV exposed it. Matter of fact, Mike TV exposed that Anton was a fraud years ago. Like, man, this dude is a trust fund baby. He didn't get this money out of the mud. He didn't get all his money from these businesses and stuff like that. He's a clown. You're not going to see King Supreme bragging about challenging a 57-year-old man to a fade. You don't get no brownie points challenging a 57-year-old man to a fade. I'm sorry, you don't.
As if like he's some type of boogeyman or something, man.
I'm keeping it 100, bro. I'm keeping it 100. Man, I knew that nigga wasn't gonna do nothing. That nigga was shaking like a stripper. He telling Darlene, "Hey, move over there. Let me get next to this." That's for the internet. That's straight up for the internet. I never moved. I sat right there, right next to that, and I continued to cook that the whole time. I was in his backyard. I'm in LA right now in his spot with his people all around talking to that. Talking to that. Let me tell you, he never coming back from this. That's why I'm telling y'all, whenever his show ends, need to download that shit and never let him forget it. Because
the same thing with the Fleece Johnson situation. Fleece Johnson played you out of your panties. Never let Anton Daniels forget about that. If you watching King Supreme right now, every time Anton start talking greasy, bring up the Fleece Johnson, bring up the Fleece Johnson situation and how Fleece sex played him. How Fleece told him he would be his girlfriend in prison. He said Anton would be his girlfriend if they was in prison. The same way he's saying, bring this up and throw it in Corey Holcomb's face. Every time Anton Daniels start talking greasy, make sure that you throw the Fleece Johnson situation in his face each and every time. Because guess what? I'm going to make sure that he never forgets Fleece Johnson and how he got sex played in front of his wife. I'm going to make sure that Anton never forgets that.
I don't go based off. That's why I told Mika, right? Because I had Mika with me. And the reason why I brought Mika with me is because I wanted to promote her show and neither here nor there. I told Mika, I told my security, and I told somebody else. I said, I'm not doing nobody else's platform unless it's going to be face to face. I told a Millionaire Morning Show that. Because everybody talk a good game until you right there in front of them.
All right, man. The industry terrified of Anton Daniels, man. Oh. All right, bro. All right, man. Yo, some people just aren't used to taking W's, man. I'm actually a fan of Anton Daniels, the content creator, because Anton Daniels, he put in a lot of hard work, and he produces a lot of content that are somewhat.
Well, Anton Daniels flagged my channel. He flagged my channel on Wednesday, and then yesterday they terminated my channel. So Red Supreme TV1 is no more. I will appeal it to see what I can do with the appeal. But Anton Daniels sent his minions to flag my channel, or he did it himself. Anton Daniels flagged my channel on Wednesday. Tommy Sotomayor flagged my channel in December. So I got 2 strikes on my channel. Listen, I got 2 strikes on my channel within 60 days. And YouTube didn't give me a 3rd strike. They just terminated my channel. They sent me an email last night saying we terminated your channel because we looked at videos and it violates the harassing and bullying policies. They didn't give me a 3rd strike. They just terminated it. Just boom, got rid of it. Anton Daniels is responsible for having my channel terminated. That's a fact. He's going to tell you he didn't, but I know for a fact that he did.
Irritated. I gotta click off once Anton Daniels start getting into like the shucking and jiving and the bootlicking. I gotta click off because I don't want to have a negative opinion of Anton Daniels. Feel me, bro? Like I don't really want to, you know, like hate the dude, bro. Right? And and certain things he get into, I just can't rock with. But this new arc now of like he Suge Knight now, he Suge, right? The industry don't want to see him in person because they know what's up.
Let me tell you something. Every last one of these.
You don't get brownie points for challenging a 57-year-old man to a fight, man. Come on, YouTube. Y'all got to be better and stop being goofy. Corey Holcomb is 57 years old. Anton Daniels is 43. That's not a fair fight. A 43-year-old man challenging a 57-year-old man to a fight is not fair. You don't get brownie points for challenging a man that's damn near 60 years old to a fight. Shut your... Man, I'm going to keep the language clean because I want to stay monetized. But just imagine what I was getting ready to say. You don't get no brownie points as a 43-year-old man challenging a man who's damn near 60 to a fight. You don't get no brownie points for that. You don't get no stripes for that.
Every last one of these, if they ever want to do something in person, I'm pulling up. I told that on the phone before I even pulled up. I said, bro, I know you're going to come at me weird, but just know you're going to get the same energy. I told him straight up on the phone. So that's why I bullied that on his own platform, a ass comedian. I bullied that. Let me tell you something, bro. Okay. He said who
you didn't bully him on his platform. See, what people you have to consider this too. Not only is Corey Holcomb 57 years old, almost 60, Anton Daniels had a security guard with him. Corey Holcomb said, say this to my face and I'm going to get down where I'm at and we ain't even got to go outside. Challenging a 57-year-old man to a fight and you got a bodyguard with you. There ain't nothing tough about that. But you got gang goofy Gilligans on the internet who think that Anton got a W. Dude, you had a bodyguard with you. Your bodyguard is not going to let you get beat up. That's the whole purpose of you paying him so that he protects you. The bodyguard was not going to let Anton Daniels get beat up. He was not. We can go out back right now. We can go out back. Hey, man, I forgot, man. I thought Corey Holcomb was maybe like 47, 48. Man, Corey Holcomb is 57 years old, almost 58 years old. You don't get no props for challenging a man that's damn near 60 for a fade. You don't get no props for that, sir. You don't. And now Anton Daniels is talking greasy on every platform he goes to, acting as if he accomplished something by challenging Corey to a fade out back. This dude is goofy. Only a goofy. It takes a goofy to brag about challenging a 57-year-old man to a fade as if he accomplished something. Now he's beating on his chest like he didn't really did something. Anton Daniels, you flagged my channel, homie. Not only did you flag my channel, you got my channel terminated yesterday.
I said, Dave Chappelle, you scared of Dave. I told that straight up to his face on his own platform. I said, you scared. You tiptoed around in there when you reviewed his platform. Just know you're going to get the same energy. I told him straight up on the phone. So that's why I bullied that on his own platform, a ass comedian. I bullied that. Let me tell you something, bro. Okay. He said, who I coward? I said, Dave Chappelle.
I get what you're saying, man, but a 57-year-old man ain't got no business fist fighting. You don't get no stripes for challenging a man that's 57 to a fight. You don't get no props for that. And he's running around the internet, hopping on anybody's platform that he can hop on to make it seem like he punked Corey, like he accomplished something. Oh, Mr. Potato Head looking ass.
yo, you scared of Dave. I told that straight up to his face on his own platform. I said, you scared. You tiptoed around in there when you reviewed his platform.
All right, so Anton, what was
so my point is this, man, I'm not worried about it. I got the people I got around me is different, bro. Let me tell you, I noticed
Anton didn't bully nobody because for one, Corey got in his face. Corey said, call me a D sucker again. Say it again. Anton didn't say it. Anton said, and this is like, come on, you guys, you can't be gullible. Anton had a bodyguard with him. Corey Holcomb didn't have no security. Anton had a whole bodyguard with him. He's not willing to fight his own battles. You gang group on the internet really think that he did something. He had a whole bodyguard with him while challenging a 57-year-old man to a fade out back. But the 57-year-old man said, call me a gotta go out back. I'm gonna show you right here on camera. Make sure that you guys bless the like button. It ain't
same
nothing.
people that he know. Y'all be thinking that, man, listen, bro, listen. Ain't nobody tough.
Corey said it. Listen, homie, Corey said this. He said, say it again. Anton didn't say it again. See, Anton knew that him and Corey really wasn't going to be able to catch a fade. He had a bodyguard with him, homie. So Anton Daniels knew he wasn't going to get boo-bopped and mollywopped because the security guard, the bodyguard, was going to break it up. That's why Anton Daniels said, let's go out back. Corey Holcomb said, no, we don't need to go out back. Call me a D-sucker again, and I'm going to show you what's going to happen. Anton never said it again, but I said it before, and I'll say this again. Corey Holcomb had no business getting emotional when Anton called him a D-sucker, right? Because Corey Holcomb is a comedian. Corey Holcomb could have used the Fleece Johnson situation to roast the hell out of Anton. Like, D-sucker, Fleece Johnson had you on your knees. You had Anton put on some knee pads and got down on his knees. Before Anton got on his knees, Fleece Johnson gave him some knee pads. And Anton was a willing participant. Corey Holcomb could have used that Fleece Johnson situation to roast the hell out of Anton. Corey Holcomb, you're a comedian. You were supposed to use your comedic skills to roast this dude. You had no business getting in your feelings. If Anton would have said that to me, man, that would have rolled right off of my shoulder. Oh, you a D-sucker to the black community. Man, that would have rolled right off of my shoulder, and I would have used that Fleece Johnson situation to roast his ass so damn bad, he would have left the podcast after I finished roasting his ass. I would have kept, listen, homie, I would have kept poking at that Fleece Johnson situation. Listen, homie, every 2 seconds, I would have brought up the Fleece Johnson thing and made other jokes about him being, you know, a Sambo. Corey Holcomb, if you listening, man, you were supposed to maintain your composure and roast him with jokes. You were supposed to use your comedian skills. Anton Daniels is not funny. He's not a roaster. He's a joke. 100%. The first mistake that Corey made is when he allowed Anton to get underneath his skin with that D-sucking thing. That would have rolled right off of my shoulder. That wouldn't faze me, homie. I would have like, aha, well, Fleece Johnson had you on your knees. Look like you the one doing all the D-sucking. Look like you the one that was on your knees begging another man for human DNA. So I would have, man, please. Corey, next time somebody insults you like that, use your comedian skills to roast these people. Don't get in your feelings. Don't get in your emotions. You better than that, my guy.
I'm not pretending to be tough. I'm not none of that.
But you are pretending. But you are pretending to be tough. You call this man a B. You call.
So my point is this, man. I'm not worried about it. I got the people I got around me is different, bro. Let me tell you. I know the same people that he know. Y'all be thinking that, man, listen, bro, listen. Ain't nobody tough. I'm not pretending to be tough. I'm not none of that.
But you are pretending. But you are pretending to be tough. You call this man a B. You call this man out of his name. You say you would have put him to sleep. You is popping it right now. I'm going to let y'all in on a secret. Anton Daniels finessed Corey Holcomb. during his interaction. Anton understood his security was there. So, like, Corey Holcomb really couldn't do anything to him. He had armed security with him at Corey Holcomb's podcast. So when Anton, like, kept on saying, hey, bro, let's go outside. If you really want to fight, let's go outside. Anton understood the minute they hop off camera and go outside, his security is not allowing him to fight or get touched. So there was no expectation.
See, this is how goofy people are. Anton had a bodyguard with him. Anton bodyguard is not going to let him catch a fade like that. Anton Daniels ain't paying his bodyguard to sit there and watch him get beat up. So Anton was smart enough to know if they went outside, it would have broke everything up. Anton Daniels said that because he knew a lot of you squares was going to eat it up because y'all don't know no better. You don't know nothing. You're not educated when it comes to physical confrontations. Anton Daniels knew his bodyguard was not going to let him get beat up. Corey Holcomb said, why would I go outside with a dude why would Corey Holcomb go outside and you got a bodyguard? Corey Holcomb said, call me a D-sucker again. I'm going to show you right here on camera. We ain't got to go outside. So now that I reflect on everything, I think Corey Holcomb did the right thing because it's like, hold on, dude, you already got a bodyguard with you. I ain't got a bodyguard with me. All I got is my panel guests up in here. You got a whole bodyguard with you, dude. An armed bodyguard, a bodyguard who's licensed to carry. Y'all got to stop letting these internet nerds fool y'all with this fake tough talk, man. Oh, fake ass tough guy.
Anton understood his security was there. So, like, Corey Holcomb really couldn't do anything to him. He had armed security with him at Corey Holcomb's podcast. So when Anton, like, kept on saying, hey, bro, let's go outside. If you really want to fight, let's go outside. Anton understood the minute they hop off camera and go outside, his security is not allowing him to fight or get touched. So there was no expectation of Anton being in danger or, right? Because, again, it was Anton and Corey Holcomb had his staff and some dudes he rocked with there. But Anton was the only one there with security, armed security at that.
Right. Anton had armed security with him, man. Don't be fooled, y'all. You guys are really falling for this fake ass tough guy talk. This dude had a whole bodyguard with him. He had a whole security team with him. His security is not going to let him get beat up. That's why he said, let's go outside. Don't be fooled by these shenanigans.
So, like, there's very little Corey Holcomb could have done to Anton. So Anton walked in, I think, looking to mark out Corey Holcomb, knowing that, like, there's only so far this could go. But the fact that Anton is now saying, oh, I'm not trying to be tough, while at the same time being tough, is like, bro, it's not.
Exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to Aboriginal Copper. Even if Anton Daniels told the bodyguard to not jump in, his bodyguards are not going to sit there and let him get beat down. They're not going to do it. Don't be fooled by this propaganda, homie. Anton Daniels is a coward. You don't get no strikes for challenging a 57-year-old man to a fight. And on top of that, you got bodyguards with you? Nah, fool, you don't get no strikes for that.
I don't think Anton can fool the internet into thinking he's something he's not, because I feel like right now we all have a perception of who Anton is for the most part, and this interaction didn't really change that,
So it's either do something or leave, because what you do is
Can I ask you this?
once it start going there and you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I've already done my due diligence. I've already kicked his ass on his own platform. It's time to go.
Yeah. So can I ask you what was the overall goal of going on the platform? Like, was you hoping to get
you insinuating? He said you insinuating you was there without you. I'm not here with I just talked to my chick on the phone, literally.
Okay.
The Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels situation. has gotten worse since the last time we covered it.
I don't do no sucking shit. No.
Now you getting Mika in a situation, right? Yeah. Now you putting them in something, and they got to respond because, you know, it's going if it go there, it get fucked up. So it's either you go or you do something about it. I'm not a tough guy, so I left. So
can I ask you this?
Once it start going there, and you know what I'm saying, it's just like, this I've already done my due diligence. I've already kicked his ass on his own platform. It's time to go.
Yeah.
Angry Man ain't gonna do nothing either. All Angry Man gonna do is sit in that chair and smoke on that cigar. I don't know what he calling Angry Man for. Angry Man ain't gonna do nothing. Corey Holcomb got way more heart than Angry Man. This dude had a whole bodyguard and a security team with him, challenging a 57-year-old man to a fade like he's doing something. You don't get no strikes for that, dude.
So can I ask you, what was the overall goal of going on the platform? Like,
we need more likes, homie. Ain't no way. We got 900 to 1,000 people watching. We should have way more likes than that. Let's get some people to bless the Cash App. I want to bring some people up to speak, but we need to get some people to support that Cash App. Once we get some Cash Apps rolling, I'll drop the link and bring you guys up to speak. Now, you don't get no strikes for challenging a 57-year-old man to a fade, and you got bodyguards with you.
He said now you nobody until they actually in front of him, right? And he used to, and I told him that shit around people that don't say nothing to you when you say something to them, because, you know, it is what it is. And so, you know, that was his weakness. He's not listen, he's not intellectual enough to be able to talk. He can't hold. I realized that in the very beginning, is that like on some debate or conversation type shit.
He's a
he's not intellectual enough on that tape.
Listen, Anton ain't got no heart either, homie. He let a man sex play him up out of his panties. Fleece Johnson talked Anton Daniels out of his panties on that interview, and Anton Daniels sat there giggling like a church girl. Fleece Johnson said, Anton, anybody tell you got a nice body? Anybody tell you got a nice booty? Anton, and we was in prison. Anton, we was in prison. I'll get with you. I have to see what's up with you. That's what he said. Everybody and their mama should be making fun of Anton Daniels about that Fleece Johnson situation. Everybody should be making fun of him. His career should be over based on him being violated by Fleece Johnson in that interview. But you got a lot of people who don't want to say nothing about that. But they got the nerve to bring up the Corey Holcomb situation. Crazy. Shout out to Moses. I appreciate you, Moses, for the super chat.
So when you start to lose that part of the conversation,
that's a misrepresentation of what took place. Corey Holcomb got upset after, you know, you said that he be sucking black people's D.
Anton is clout chasing. The fact that Anton is still talking about this, he's clout chasing off of Corey Holcomb's name, because Corey Holcomb is a comedian that everybody knows. Anton, you let Fleece Johnson take your panties off, bruh. But now you want to go on a campaign to make it seem like you punk Corey. When we all know you had bodyguards with you, we all know you really didn't want to fight. The man told you, say it again right here. You didn't say it again. You wanted to go outside because you knew you had bodyguards. Stop it. Anytime somebody challenged you to a fight and they got bodyguards with them, don't take them serious. They're doing that for the audience. They're doing it for the internet, 100%. You don't get no, for one, you don't get no strikes for challenging a 57-year-old man for a fade. For two, you don't get no strikes for challenging a man to a fade when you got bodyguards with you. Shut up.
He can't hold. I realized that in the very beginning, is that like on some debate or conversation type shit.
He's a
yeah,
like
he's not intellectual enough on that tip. So when you start to lose that part of the conversation,
that's a misrepresentation of what took place. Corey Holcomb got upset after you said that he be sucking black people's D, right? Because he's a older dude from Chicago. Bro, saying suck my D or you suck D, yo, those are fighting words right there. So that's why he got upset.
No, I would have never got upset about that. That would have never ruffled my feathers. Trust and believe, that wouldn't ruffle my feathers. Corey Holcomb is a comedian. He should have thick skin. Never allow a cornball like Anton Daniels to get underneath your skin with words. You could literally roast him with words. You could roast him with words, and it'd be that easy. It'd have been easy work. All Corey Holcomb had to do was bring up the Fleece Johnson situation. He could have used that to roast the hell out of Anton Daniels. He would have shut the whole conversation down by bringing up that Fleece Johnson situation. That's all Corey Holcomb had to do. There was no need to get emotional when Anton called you a D-sucker. You said D-sucker? Hold on. Fleece Johnson had you on your knees. You had on some knee pads, fool. Fleece Johnson put you in a dress with a pink thong. That's what I would have said. And I would have went on and on. I would have kept poking him about that Fleece Johnson situation to the point to where he would have walked out of the interview because I would have roasted him so bad.
But before then, like they were not hostile towards each other, right? Like they were having a conversation. They both disagreed. I feel like Corey Holcomb reflect a lot of the frustrations a lot of us have with Anton, right? That Anton could be doing good, but he chose, to do all the wrong things with his time, right? He chose to disparage black people. Like even during a conversation with Corey Holcomb, Anton on one side of his mouth says he don't identify as black, but then when it's time to disparage black folks and use, his identity to do so, he then says we as black people are horrible and terrible and this and this and this. So, like, do you identify with black people or do you not identify with black people? And, like Anton was talking on both sides of his mouth, and that's why Corey got frustrated.
But the position you and your people are in.
Who is my people?
Black people. Do you claim black people?
I'm a Christian first. I claim.
Well, I think something's wrong with that. If you don't want to say you're a black man first, I think something's wrong with that.
Black is a construct.
But religion as a concept and an institution is also a construct.
Right. See, this is how fake Anton Daniels is. He said, well, being black is a construct. Well, so is religion. That falls in the same category. It falls in the same category. Anton Daniels said that he's not black. He said he puts Christianity first over his blackness, right? That's what Anton said, right? Then he said being black is a construct created by the white man. Well, the white man gave you his version of Christianity. He didn't even give you the original form of Christianity. So black people got introduced to Christianity by the white man, the same way that white man created race as a social construct. Anton Daniels is a hypocrite. He's a dummy. I want y'all to hear what Poetik Flakko said, and it was perfectly said. Well done, Poetik Flakko, because Poetik Flakko exposed Anton Daniels' hypocrisy. And let me take it a step further. I said this yesterday. Anton claims to be a conservative Christian God-fearing man. If you're a conservative Christian God-fearing man, there's no way that you would platform somebody like Fleece Johnson, a self-proclaimed booty warrior who claimed to fame is molesting men in prison. Clearly, that goes against your Christian morals. Clearly, that goes against your Christian values. Anton is a fake and he's a fraud. Stop claiming to be a Christian God-fearing man, but you platforming booty warriors like Fleece Johnson, who claim to fame is molesting another grown man and taking advantage of gullible, weak men in prison. And you platform somebody like that, but you claim to be a conservative Christian. Anton Daniels, let me tell you something. You a fake-ass Christian, homeboy. Clearly, being friends with Fleece Johnson goes against your Christian morals and values. But you a hypocrite. You a phony. I can see right through it.
With Corey Holcomb.
Enough on that tip. So when you start to lose that part of the conversation,
that's a misrepresentation of what took place. Corey Holcomb got upset after you said that he be sucking black people's D, right? Because he's a older dude from Chicago. they don't, bro, saying suck my D or you suck D, yo, those are fighting words right there. So that's why he got upset. But before then, like they were not hostile towards each other, right? Like they were having a conversation. They both disagreed. I feel like Corey Holcomb reflect a lot of the frustrations a lot of us have with Anton, right? That Anton could be doing good, but he chose, to do all the wrong things with his time, right? He chose to disparage Black people. Like even during a conversation with Corey Holcomb, Anton on one side of his mouth says he don't identify as Black, but then when it's time to disparage Black folks and use, his identity to do so, he then says we as Black people are horrible and terrible and this and this and this. So, like, do you
How you gonna say we as Black people are harmful and terrible? You just said you wasn't Black. So he's Black when it's convenient, but then right before that, he said he wasn't Black. He's a hypocrite. Straight. In Michigan, shot up a church and burned it down. And Anton Daniels didn't hold accountable collectively. He didn't say, see, we got a problem with violent white men, anything about that. You know what he said when that white man shot up that church in Michigan? Oh, we got a lot of mentally challenged people out here, people with mental health issues. We got bad apples out here. Not once did he say, oh, well, this is the problem that we have with white men in this country. Violent white men who commit mass shootings. Now, if that man was Black, let me tell you something. If that man who shot up that church was Black in Michigan, he would have made a million videos saying how Black culture is trash. Black people are racist. Black people are violent. They're degenerate and ghetto. He would have made tons of videos trashing the Black community if that man was Black who shot up that church, and I'm telling the truth. But since a white man did it, he had no smoke for the community. He didn't hold the white community accountable collectively. He held that white man accountable as an individual by saying, oh, he just did. Anytime a Black person commits a crime, Anton is going to put the whole Black community on trial. I told you the Black community is trash. I told you Black culture is trash. Black people are racist and you hate white people. Black culture is ghetto. Black culture is violent. He would have used the actions of one Black man to demonize the whole Black community, to hold the Black community accountable collectively for the actions of one man. And you guys know I'm telling the truth. That's exactly what he would have did if that church shooter, if that mass shooter at that church, if he was a Black man, he would have trashed the Black community for 2 weeks straight just based on the actions of one man. Since a white man did it, oh, well, we got a problem in America, mental health. We got bad apples out here. Not once did he connect the dot to the white community for being mass shooters. So when Corey Holcomb told Anton Daniels, you kissed the behind of white folks, that is an accurate and true statement. No lies detected here.
Identify with Black people or do you not identify with Black people? And, like Anton was talking on both sides of his mouth, and that's why Corey got frustrated.
But the position you and your people
disparage Black folks and use the wrong things with his time, right? He chose to disparage Black people. Like even during a conversation with Corey Holcomb, Anton on one side of his mouth says he don't identify as Black, but then when it's time to disparage Black folks and use his identity to do so, he then says we as Black people are horrible and terrible and this and this and this. So like, do you identify with Black people or do you not identify with Black people? And like Anton was talking on both sides of his mouth, and that's why Corey got frustrated.
But the position you and your people are in.
Who is my people?
Black people. Do you claim Black people?
I'm a Christian first. I claim.
Well, I think something's wrong with that. If you don't want to say you're a Black man first, I think something wrong with
Black
that.
is a construct.
But religion as a concept and an institution is also a construct. And that didn't stop you from saying you identify only as a Christian man or first as a Christian man. And you never even claim to identify as being Black. So when it's time, right, to identify as Black, to understand the struggle, you refuse to identify as Black. But when it's time to criticize black people?
See, the thing about white people, you think that racism is inherently in them. Racism is inherently in all of us. Black people is some of the most racist people I've ever seen in my entire life. We don't even like each other.
So can I ask you a question?
No, hold on. Let's stay there.
Okay.
We don't even like each other.
That would have made me lose my mind.
You can't use that as a talking point because white people don't like each other. Who underlied Charlie Kirk? A white man. Every time there was an attempt on Donald Trump's life, it was a white man. When a white man is taken out, 9 times out of 10 is by another white man. The biggest threat to a white man is a white man. White people don't like each other like that either. White liberals and white conservatives don't like each other. White Democrats and white Republicans don't like each other. The Italians wasn't even considered white at one particular time. Neither were the Irish. A lot of white people in Europe enslaved each other. A lot of different European nations went to war with each other. White people don't like each other like that, but guess what? They're willing to set their differences aside to go against black people. Now, they will put their differences aside to go against black people, but you can't use that as a talking point when it's clear to see that white folks really don't like each other either. So saying that black people don't like each other, you can't use that as a talking point. The great white hope, Charlie Kirk, the hero to white America. Guess who took out Charlie Kirk? It was a white man, not a black man. So what does that tell you? White people really don't like each other like that. Not really.
Hey, bro. Like, you not black when it's time to identify with our struggle, but all of a sudden you black when you want to criticize us. It doesn't make sense. That would have had me lose my mind too. And we all watched a particular clip, and we all seen how this started. He's not here to talk about white people. He made me lose my mind, bro. Like, you not black when it's time to identify with our struggle, but all of a sudden you black when you want to criticize us. It doesn't make sense. That would have had me lose my mind too. And we all watched a particular clip, and we all seen how this started. It started because Corey Holcomb asked Anton Daniels, bro, you've been criticizing black folks this entire podcast. Can you say one thing about white people? Anton refused. Anton said he's not here to talk about white people. And it's like, bro, like as a man, how do you feel comfortable with yourself moving?
Anton Daniels is not going to say anything about conservative white people. He might say something about a liberal white woman from time to time because he knows that white men in general really don't care for liberal white women like that. So he'll throw jabs at liberal white people, liberal white women in particular. But he's not going to criticize a conservative Republican white man. He's not going to do that. That's why when Corey Holcomb said, hey, man, how come you don't say nothing about white people? Anton said, I ain't going to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. Anton is not going to say anything about a white man. He's not going to do it. But he'll talk greasy about black folks all day. That's how he makes his money on YouTube, talking greasy about black folks. So when he said, I'm an equal opportunity smoke giver, you're not an equal opportunity smoke giver. You're an ass kisser of the white man, and everybody knows it. Anton is not going to say anything negative about a white man. Anton said, black people are the most racist in America, and the man.
Like, yo, as a man,
Racism is inherently.
Black people are the most racist. Nobody's more racist in America than black people. And the white man is the most hated man in America. The white man had his civil rights taken away. The white man has all his privilege taken away. Nobody in America is hated more than a white man. And you black folks, you're the most racist. And black people listen to this clown. Our people are so pathetic that they listen to this clown. He's a trust fund, baby. And he pretends like he got his money out of the mud, and all he does is talk down on black people. Listen, homie, even slave masters had black people on their payroll. Even slave masters had black people who rocked with them. See, Anton Daniels think you guys are slow. He wants you to believe that since he has black people around him, that he's cool with black people. No, the slave masters kept black people around them for their own agenda. Anton keeps black people around him for his own agenda as well. Right? But his main target for abuse is black people. All he does is talk greasy about black people, but he ain't gonna say nothing about that white man. Oh no, he ain't gonna do it.
And all of us. Black people is some of the most racist people I've ever seen in my entire life. We don't even like each other.
So can I ask you a question?
No, hold on. Let's stay there.
Okay.
We don't even like each other.
That would have made me lose my mind, bro. Like, you not black when it's time to identify with our struggle, but all of a sudden you black when you want to criticize us. It doesn't make sense. That would have had me lose my mind too. And we all watched a particular clip, you know, and we all seen how this started. It started because Corey Holcomb asked Anton Daniels, bro, you've been criticizing black folks this entire podcast. Can you say one thing about white people? Anton refused. Anton said he's not here to talk about white people. And it's like, bro, like as a man, how do you feel comfortable with yourself moving like this? Like, nobody got an issue with nobody got a real personal deep issue with Anton. It's just like, yo, as a man, how do you move like this and sleep at night?
So insane.
Is that what I said? I said when the cops shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it. Is that a lie?
This is so insane.
But you didn't answer it.
Like, I'm gonna answer your question.
No,
okay.
What's sad is black people still rock with this Uncle Ruckus. And he'll say, well, I got black people on my payroll. White supremacists got black people on their payroll. That don't mean nothing, fool. Anton Daniels makes his money by disparaging black people while kissing up the white folks, 100%. Why you think he refused to say anything about white people on Corey Holcomb's 5150 show, but he had no problem going in on black folks? Come on, homie, I think I rest my case.
I'm gonna answer your question. It depends on the circumstance. And the interesting thing about it is this. The majority of the people, because you like to use a blanket statement. That's like me saying all black people are stupid.
Well, have you said all white people stupid?
No, I'm talking about cops.
You should say that one time.
I'm talking about
because
cops.
it's easy to say all black people are stupid as an example. Say something about the white people.
No. You're not. I don't think you got people all the time.
Oh, well, I didn't hear you. Can you tell me? Because I
talk
don't
about
know.
liberal white women literally being the biggest enemy of the United States of America. That's the thing I say every single day.
Caucasian female, the biggest enemy.
Literally, white liberal women are the worst thing that ever happened to this country.
What about their men?
But we gonna get there. Because you keep trying to get me to qualify it by participating and joining in on the core.
I think you're doing what's easy.
No. I'm doing what's real.
I think you don't want to go against them because if you go against them, it'll be some video of you going against them. And when I say them, I'm talking about your boss.
I don't have a boss.
We say that. We say that, but here's the truth.
I don't have a boss.
It's a reason you go after black males or black people quicker than you will go after white males. What are white males responsible for in this country as the downfall of it?
I'm an equal accountability smoke giver. I talk about everybody.
I'm just saying, I ain't heard you talk about white men since you've been up here.
You ain't been listening. You ain't been listening.
I've been listening to you.
No, you haven't.
I hear you.
These guys like Anton ain't said one thing bad about white men since he been up there. Not one. And he got the nerve. You ain't listening. Nah, homeboy, you ain't said nothing about white people. All your smoke is for black folks. You do kiss the behind of white conservative men. You do kiss the behind of white conservative men, and everybody with common sense knows that. Now, the people who hang around you, they're too afraid to be honest with you because they're afraid that you might kick them off of the team and you won't bring them back up on your platform. So they go along with your nonsense. They go along to get along. Ain't no way these people are that stupid to where they can't see that you never called out white men. Ain't nobody that dumb. Everybody who's being honest can see the same thing. Corey Holcomb was 100% correct. And he gonna enter, I ain't finna say nothing about no white man. I'll talk about black folks all day. I might say something about the liberal white woman, but I ain't finna talk about no conservative white man, Corey. I ain't talking about no white man, Corey.
After white males. What are white males responsible for in this country as the downfall
I'm an
of
equal
it?
accountability smoke giver. I talk about everybody.
I'm just saying, I ain't heard you talk about white men since you've been up here.
You ain't been listening. You ain't been listening.
I've been listening to you.
No, you haven't.
I hear you
taking you don't have the capacity to be able to listen because you're too busy.
No. You got me wrong.
You're too busy.
My capacity that you just criticized, that's an opinion. Here's the fact. Have you said something about Caucasian males and how they destroy this nation? Well, what did I miss?
Let's slow down because you talking loud, but you're not saying a lot.
No, you
just nasty work, man. Nasty work, bro. Yo, I don't know how Anton sleep at night, man, but you know, I'm not Anton.
Well, Anton's excuse is I get paid. Like Anton platform Fleece Johnson, but his excuse for it will be, well, I made money interviewing Fleece Johnson. And guess what? You got a lot of men in Hollywood who got financially compensated for participating in rainbow activities. So they got paid as well. But guess what? They lost their manhood in the process. They got paid, but they still lost their manhood. Right? So Anton Daniels' excuse for everything, well, I got money, I made money. There's a lot of rainbow community members in this country with money. Some of your richest men in this country are rainbow community members. I'm not impressed. Anton Daniels hides behind his money. When he want to make an excuse for his behavior, he'll just say, well, I know platforming Fleece Johnson goes against my Christian morals and values, but I still got money. I still got paid for it. And all of his followers give a blind eye to his hypocrisy. All of his followers gives a blind eye to his hypocrisy. 100%.
Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on this video right here to find out how Aiden Ross just got it.
I don't care about no Aiden Ross, man. I really don't. Y'all got to bless the like button, man. We need more of y'all to bless the like button and get these likes up, family. Let's do it. Let's do it. Now, see how YouTube be playing with my numbers? Now, the live stream I did yesterday on Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb was at 13K. Now it's at 12K. I don't know why YouTube be playing with my channel like that, but they be doing a whole lot of playing. I just had 13K on the live stream I did yesterday. Now it's down to 12K. They took 1,000 views away from it that fast. That's how YouTube be playing these games.
To be able to listen because you're too busy.
No. You got me wrong.
You're too busy.
My capacity that you just criticized, that's an opinion. Here's the fact. Have you said something about Caucasian males and how they destroy this nation? Well, what did I miss?
Let's slow down because you talking loud, but you're not saying a lot.
No, you
just nasty work, man. Nasty work, bro. Yo, I don't know how Anton sleep at night, man, but you know, I'm not Anton. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on this video right here to find out how Aiden Ross just got exposed again. I'm going to see you guys in this video somewhere on my screen. If you enjoy watching my videos, please send.
All right, let's go right here. Let's go over here. How you talking tough? We're going to go to, I would love to see. See what Boss Talk one-on-one. I want to see different people's perspective on this thing right here. Make sure that you guys bless the like button, man. If you're rocking with King Supreme in a major way, let's get it.
Yeah, we on Boss.
But anyway, how would you describe him getting up out of his chair, switching chairs, trying to physically intimidate you and threaten you? And then he folded up just real quick. And I got to be honest with you, it kind of shocked me to see him fold that quick.
Now, Jason Whitlock can't stay away from the pork chops and ham hocks. You ain't finna fight nothing but that pork chop on your plate, fool. Jason Whitlock can't stay away from the pork chops and ham hocks. He ain't finna catch a fade with nobody besides those pork chops with gravy on his damn dinner plate. I don't know why Jason Whitlock is saying anything. Anton Daniels had bodyguards with him, for one. He had bodyguards with him. And you have to consider this. Anton is 43 and Corey Holcomb is 57. So you don't get no stripes for challenging a 57-year-old man to a fight. And on top of that, you got bodyguards with you. This is goofy. This is gang goofy Gilligan activity, 100%.
It didn't shock me because what people may not have been able to see is that he was shaking. Like he was shaking like a stripper, like trying to hold the mic shaking. And you can probably see it if you actually kind of look at it and zoom in. He was scared. And it was a defense mechanism. Let me tell you something. Every last one of these, if they ever want to do something in person, I'm pulling up. I told that on the phone before I even.
Man, you believe Anton, you're going to get knocked out in KO running up on a young man. Corey is 57 years old. That's not impressive. If anybody got a problem, he pulling up. Man, please, you will get laid out walking up on the right one on the right day. Stop it. You let Fleece Johnson put you on some panties. Now you got the nerve to hop on the internet to talk tough. Man, shut up.
Pulled up. I said, bro, I know you gonna come at me weird, but just know you're gonna get the same energy. I told him straight up on the phone. So that's why I bullied that on his own platform, a ass comedian. I bullied that. Let me tell you something, bro. Okay. He said, who I coward? I said, Dave Chappelle, you scared of Dave. I told that straight up to his face on his own platform. I said, you scared. You tiptoed around in there when you reviewed his platform.
All right, so Anton, what was
so my point is this, man, I'm not worried about it. I got the people I got around me is different, bro. Let me tell you.
It's easy to talk tough when you got bodyguards with you, bro. I've seen cowards bark loud and talk tough with bodyguards, right? So I'm not impressed. Maybe these squares, maybe you got these squares impressed, but no, homie, you got bodyguards with you. And Corey Holcomb is 57 years old, bro. Seriously?
I know the same people that he know. Y'all be thinking that, man, listen, bro, listen. Ain't nobody tough. I'm not pretending to be tough. I'm not none of that.
Wow, guys.
No, I did say this, though. I said Corey should have never got in Anton's face. I did say that, so I'm fair about everything. But a lot of you guys in the comment section, you're too damn goofy for your own good. Anton had bodyguards with him. There's no way Anton Daniels' bodyguards was going to sit there and let him get beat up. It's easy to talk tough when you got bodyguards with you. Now, I told my bodyguards to stand down. Your bodyguards don't get paid to watch you get beat up. Your bodyguards don't get paid to watch you get beat up. They don't. So to all you gang goofy Gilligans in the comment section who think that Anton really wanted to catch a fade, that dude had bodyguards with him. You guys are goofy if you believe that Anton really wanted to catch a fade. You're a gang goofy Gilligan if you think Anton gonna pull up and catch a fade without a bodyguard with him. Stop it. You guys are goofy.
You like and subscribe to the channel, man. Anton Daniels, man, the campaign must go on.
Anton said he catch fades, and a racist white man will tell you he's not racist. Well, Anton said he catch fades, yes, and a racist white man will tell you that he's not racist. Come on, man. How gullible are you people? Do you guys really lack discernment? Do you really lack game? He got you guys fooled with this propaganda. This dude had bodyguards with him. Listen. If somebody got bodyguards with them and they're talking about catching a fade, you're goofy if you believe that they want to catch a fade. Now, I'm not saying you don't have the right to protect yourself, but never believe somebody that's talking tough that got bodyguards with them. Come on, man. How stupid are you guys? Those of us with common sense can see right through that.
Daniels, as you guys see, has basically got into it with Corey Holcomb on 5150. But after that, it's been a thing where it's been a continuation. I hadn't really heard Corey say anything, but Anton Daniels have been, I mean, this has been a full-fledged campaign, nonstop. I punked you on your station, and it's really like a glory moment for Anton Daniels, I guess, to feel like, hey, man, I won that battle. When he went to Jason Whitlock, as you see on Fearless, and this thing is something that he's campaigning. This is his Cat Williams moment from 2024, where he takes his thrush at, hey man, I did this huge, and it's an internet moment, you know, and we have these internet moments where you see different people get into it with different people. I've had these situations on Boss Talk 101, but the thing is, you can't let it be something that you get so caught up in that you basically lose your character in it. The bully, I bullied him and all that. You know, like I said, Anton Daniels, Corey Holcomb, both two dope dudes, man, that got dope platforms.
Yeah, right. The fact that he think he did something is wild, but the majority of these people on the internet are gang goofy Gilligans themselves. They're too goofy to understand that Anton is a goofy. Anton is corny. Anton had bodyguards with him. Do you know that Anton Daniels was begging white people for hugs? It don't get more corny. It don't get more cornier than that. He was paying people for hugs. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you how goofy people are, right? I'm going to show you this right here. Anton talking greasy. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Anton Daniels. I'm going to show you Anton Daniels allowing Fleece Johnson. Now, everybody could have used this. Like, Corey Holcomb could have used this to roast Anton Daniels. Oh, he could have used this to roast the hell out of Anton Daniels. So I don't know why. Corey Holcomb didn't use this. He could have destroyed Anton Daniels with this one clip alone. Watch this. Watch how Anton Daniels allowed a grown man to flirt with him. The same way Anton say, don't let Corey Holcomb forget this. Never let Anton Daniels forget this.
I'm in here going through all this, and then people act like
Never
they don't
let Anton Daniels run away from this. I'm gonna show you how Fleece Johnson sex played him and turned him into a woman. Watch.
I'm in here going through all this, and then people act like they don't understand that I like booty. So what? But what is I'm supposed to do, bro? I'm in here going through all this, and then people act like they don't understand that I like booty. So what? I'm in here going through all this, and then people act like they don't understand that I like booty.
Now he's talking about man booty. He ain't talking about the booty of a woman. He's talking about the booty of a man. Now, Anton Daniels is supposed to be this God-fearing conservative Christian, but yet he platformed a self-proclaimed booty warrior. And what does Fleece Johnson claim to fame? Molesting men in prison. And Anton platformed this guy. And clearly that goes against his Christian morals and values. Clearly it does. But Anton is willing to do anything for money. His Christian morals and values don't matter if he can make a dollar bill out of the situation. Anton Daniels is a fraud and a hypocrite. He platformed a booty warrior, but he claims to have a problem with criminals in the black community. But he platformed a guy that's been in prison for over 30 years who's bragged about sexually assaulting weak men. And Anton Daniels platformed this sexual predator. Nah, homeboy, you ain't no Christian. You a fake Christian.
What? But what is I'm supposed to do, bro? Huh?
I don't know. You tell me.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Watch how this dude sex play Anton Daniels. Never let Anton Daniels never let him forget this moment. Never let him forget it.
Picture myself ever being in that situation.
All right. I'll just say, for instance, you was in that situation.
I can't see it, please. I can't think about it.
You would turn me down.
What you mean?
Huh? It's more important than Wilder. You should know what I mean.
I can't see it, please. And I'm gonna tell you why. Listen, I just can't even picture myself ever being locked up.
It's good. It's good.
I will do anything to stay out of prison.
Yeah.
Like I won't steal, kill, destroy, nothing.
That's good.
I knew from a very early age that I'm not built for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I just never even wanted to put myself in that hypothetical situation. So when I was seeing you,
I ain't saying this to be disrespectful.
no. I don't think it's disrespectful. I think that it's.
I think you cute for real. But
me?
Yeah.
Not me.
Not in that look. Listen,
not me.
I'm saying. Hold on. Good looking. Let's say it like that. Good looking. Well, if you was locked up, if you was locked up, yeah. And we was locked up, I would talk to you.
No.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I got to see what's up with you, right? I mean, you don't think you look good?
Not that. I don't look that good.
Do you think you look good?
Nah.
Do you think you got a nice body?
No.
Nice butt?
Nope.
I do.
Jesus Christ.
See, you got low self-esteem, but let's get back. I'm gonna show you respect.
Listen, this is how you know he a clown. You know, like, have you guys ever told a woman she got a nice body and she said, "Oh yes," and she started blushing and giggling? Please, Johnson said, "Anybody tell you got a nice booty? Anybody tell you got a nice body? I think you got a nice butt. I think you're cute. If we was in prison, I'll get with you. I had to see what's up with you if we was in prison." And Anton up there, here go Fleece Johnson. "Anybody tell you got a nice booty, Anton?" And here go Anton. "No." Anton, "Anybody ever tell you got a nice butt?" And here go Anton. "No." Anton Daniels, "Anybody tell you got a nice body?" "No." And he's giggling. Listen, you got a grown man coming on to you sexually and you're giggling about it. "Anybody tell you got a nice body?" "I think you got a nice butt. I think you're cute." And here go Anton Daniels. "I think you're cute. I think you got a nice butt. If we was in prison, I had to get with you."
Think you look good?
Nah.
Think you look good? Think you look good? Yeah, I got to see what's up with you, right? I mean, you don't think you look good?
Not that. I don't look that good.
Do you think you look good?
Nah.
Do you think you got a nice body?
No.
Nice butt?
Nope.
I do.
Jesus Christ.
See, you got low self-esteem, but let's get back. I'm gonna show you respect. You know, you my.
No, you can say whatever you want to say.
Can I for real?
You can say whatever you want to say.
Man.
Well, wait. Let me redirect the questions first.
All right, so I just wanted to show y'all that. You know,
I said, bro, I warned him. I said, I'm a
there
match.
you go, man. There you go. Now it's crazy.
Energy. So
okay, you told them that beforehand.
If you
told them that beforehand.
Call it what you want.
I don't do no dick sucking,
You
homie.
say a lot of shit.
So yeah, if you were listening to a little bit, let me ask, since you're up here, what's your perspective after everything that transpired?
I told people I don't do interviews. So like, for example, if people say, "Yo, Ton, I want to interview you. I want to have a conversation. I disagree with some of the stuff that you say or whatever." If I don't know you, or if you're not like somebody that I'm familiar with or something like that, like in real life, I'm only doing it in person from now on. Because I think that, I don't want to be muted. I don't want to be removed. I don't want to do none of that, right? So he said, "Yo, I want to have you on the platform." He called me because we got some mutual acquaintances. He called me. I said, "All right, cool." He said, "I disagree with you on a lot of stuff. It's probably going to be, a difficult thing." And so I was like, he said, "You still sure you want to do it?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "But I'm only doing it in person." I said, "So when we doing it?" And so I pulled up to his studio And I told him, I said, bro, I warned him. I said, I'm gonna match your energy. So
Okay, you told them that beforehand.
if you
You told them
respect,
that beforehand. Okay.
absolutely. I said, we can have a disagreement. I said, but I'm gonna match whatever energy you have. If you a cool person, then I'm gonna be that. And he was like, all right, cool. But see, I still already know, right? So I studied him. I went into the labs. I went into the vaults, found out. And so the minute that he said that I suck, I don't know. He said I suck white people ass, white men's ass.
Yeah.
You can't control how I respond to it. You can't tell me what level of disrespect I should be willing to take and then say, nah, but you can't go this far with it. So let's assume for the sake of conversation that you don't agree with how far I took it. Now you got to do something.
Yeah, I noticed that it's been going in and out today, the stream. So I don't know. It is what it is.
I'm in your studio in person, right face to face with you, and I don't want to up your bag, so I'm not going to scrap online because that'll get you demonetized.
And that's what we were talking about on stream. I brung some people up, and we're like, it was pretty smart. Like, I was giving my perspective. Like, if someone walked up on me, I will probably just swing because that's a threat. But nah, I think that Anton.
Why?
Well, I said this. I said that I think that you handled it smart because it's like, well, you still offered them to fade outside to avoid fighting on camera to mess up the bag. So I think that was probably what was best.
Yeah, but you leaving out the fact that he had bodyguards with him. I've seen cowards and I've seen cowards talk tough because they got bodyguards with them. Like, come on, man.
It was free reign. We was right there. We could have got it in. What is that?
He brought a bodyguard. Why do you guys think Anton Daniels brought a bodyguard with him to the situation? Why would he bring a bodyguard to a conversation? Did Anton feel like his life was in danger? Why did you need a bodyguard to have a conversation with Corey Holcomb? See, nobody's talking about that. You needed a bodyguard to do a podcast with Corey? Corey's not going to have you jump. Corey's not going to backdoor you and do anything to you. Anton was such of a clown that he needed a bodyguard to do an interview.
To talk about.
Yeah.
And for the people that may say, nah, I came to your city in your studio knowing that you're disrespectful. What are we talking about? This wasn't online. I wasn't talking in general. I'm talking right there to your face.
Yeah. Let me ask a question.
What are we talking about? Like you may not agree with everything that I say, but if you can't tell a chick, here's my thing. Regardless of where you stand on it, you can't tell a chick move out the way and just sit there. What is that? You might as well let her stay there.
I bet you won't say that. We can go all back right now. I got money for all this. Whatever. I got money too. Nobody give a about this shit. Hey,
no, it's just not.
I ain't falling for that. I ain't falling. Darlene, get out the way. Don't get in the way of two niggas. Let me tell you something, homie.
What does that mean? Like, if we don't have a conversation, we're gonna have a conversation. And once he put the microphone down, that mean that it's up then. Because it ain't no more talking, and ain't nothing amicable, and that's when I'm like, all right, well, look, I got up. Like, all right, I guess we're about to shoot the fade.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question, because as I was reacting to this live, first time watching it, right before I watched it live, I think I seen like a 30-second clip on Instagram, and I'm like, I got to get on stream and I got to react to it. All right, fellas, mission is critical. I was searching my name online and found tons of information that was way too personal. So I thought to myself, who has...
All right, enough of that.
Intellectually inferior than you?
Yeah, I never...
Oh, we just lost him. Got it.
Yeah, I mean, if you look and you see what it is, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be an intellectual conversation. It's gonna go that other way. So, like, all right, cool. I'm still coming.
Facts. Okay. So you were fully prepared. You kind of already anticipated, you know, the type of questions he would ask, the type of responses he would give, and you were already aware that, hey, I'm going to go ahead and match your energy, and that's exactly what you did. Okay. Fair enough.
My thing is, I'm a very, very cool, respectful person. I'm one of the coolest people, one of the coolest friends that anybody can have. I usually, when something happens, I'm responding to something that somebody else says, whether it's a woman, a guy, whatever, right? And so I don't have no smoke. I ain't got no beef with nobody. I ain't got none of that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I understand my opponent. I understand what I'm dealing with. So for me, it was just like, I know what 5150 is. I understand exactly what it is.
Yeah, I had some people in the chat. They were saying, "Well, Anton didn't say it again. He didn't call him the D word again and stuff like that." And I was like, "Well, that doesn't mean that Anton isn't masculine. This just means that, you know, he's aware of his surroundings and he didn't say it again. Just because you don't agree with someone's ultimatum doesn't mean."
No, Corey did say it again. See, it depends on how you look at it. Corey said we can go out back. I mean, Anton said we can go out back. Corey said, say it again. Corey was saying, hey, I don't need to go out back. Call me a D sucker again, and you're going to see what's going to happen. And Anton never said it again.
That you have to engage in it. And that doesn't take away the masculinity of a man.
I don't think that most of the niggas that's in the chat is up for a scrap at all.
If somebody telling you you can go out back for a fade and they got a bodyguard with them, come on, man. You can't really take that serious. Listen, let me tell you something. Anton's security is not going to sit there and watch him get beat up. They're not going to sit there and watch him get beat up. They're not. It's easy to challenge somebody to a fight when you got bodyguards with you. And then you must consider this. I said it several times during this podcast. Anton is 43 years old. Corey Holcomb is a 57-year-old man. You don't get no props for challenging a 57-year-old man to a fade. You don't get no strikes for that. And on top of that, you had a bodyguard. So you needed a bodyguard to protect you to catch a fade with a 57-year-old man. And you're 43? Man, please.
I agree with that too, man.
So yeah. I'm not really thinking about what the chat say, right? Like, most of these is all what they would do. They don't even show up in person. I'm city to city, state to state. I kick it with people in real life.
And you got bodyguards with you, man. Stop letting these lame clowns talk tough. I'm city to city, and you got bodyguards with you. I know people who travel city to city. When I travel city to city, I don't have no bodyguards with me, homie. Now, I understand for certain situations you might need a bodyguard, but Anton would not be talking greasy if he didn't have these bodyguards with him. Hopefully you guys got enough common sense to see through this propaganda. It is easy to talk tough when you got bodyguards with you, bruh.
I pull up to people's platforms. And I, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So
Corey Holcomb had podcasters. A bodyguard is somebody who's trained. Corey had people with him too. Corey had podcasters with him. Anton had paid bodyguards who were armed. Anton had armed security with him. These guys got weapons on them. They're paid bodyguards. They got guns on them. Those people at the podcast were just regular podcasters. They're not going to hop out there in the streets and fight. They're not going to do it. So when you hear this dude talking about, I'll go from city to city. Yeah, you go from city to city with a bodyguard.
The internet is always going to be Monday morning quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I don't think that none of these.
I'm not saying a rich man shouldn't have a bodyguard, but you can't talk tough either. See, some are just dumb. I'm not saying that a rich man should not have a bodyguard, but what I'm saying is you can't talk tough when you got a bodyguard with you. That's not impressive. Just be a rich man with your bodyguard and do your podcast and get on, but you can't talk tough knowing you got bodyguards with you. By all means, if you're rich, have a bodyguard to protect yourself, but you don't have the right to talk tough when knowing you got bodyguards with you. Stop it. If you don't understand that, then you lack common sense.
He's got hands.
Listen, man, I feel the same way, man.
You don't have to be a tough guy.
Yeah, you don't.
To stand your ground, right?
You don't.
This is what I'm telling you guys, man. You guys are you guys that damn slow? Some of you people are slow. I'm not saying that a rich man shouldn't have a bodyguard. That's not what I'm saying. I know a lot of rich people with bodyguards, but they're not running around talking tough. They're not running around talking tough either. Yes, if you rich, have a bodyguard, cool. But at the same time, you don't have the right to talk tough knowing you got bodyguards with you. That's coward behavior. Hire your bodyguards, do your podcast, and go on about your business. But talking tough with bodyguards is fugazi. Talking tough with bodyguards that surround you is fugazi. Straight up and down.
Man, I had a little situation on tonight's conversation with some folks. Maybe you heard about it, where I had to press someone. But yeah, man, they didn't want any smoke. But I would agree, most of these people.
Corey didn't threaten him. Corey said, if you call me a D sucker, and then you're going to see what's going to happen. Corey didn't say we need to go all back. What Corey said is, if you call me a D sucker again, then it is what it is. But see, I don't think you guys listen to things in full context. What I said is this: if I was Corey Holcomb, I would have never got emotional. If Anton would have called me a D sucker, that would have just rolled off of my shoulder. I would have used the Fleece Johnson situation to roast him. I would have never got emotional. I would have never got in Anton's face. I'm the comedian. As Corey Holcomb, I'm the comedian. I would have used my comedian skills to roast Anton Daniels 100%. That's exactly what I would have did. So I said it. I told you guys earlier in this podcast, one of the biggest mistakes that Corey Holcomb made is when he got emotional after Anton called him a D sucker. Corey Holcomb could have used the Fleece Johnson situation to roast the hell out of Anton. So there was no need to get in Anton's face. I would have responded with jokes. I would have responded to Anton with a roast. I would have never got emotional. I would have never got confrontational. I would have sat back in my chair and just roasted the hell out of Anton Daniels using the Fleece Johnson situation. That's exactly what I would have did if I was Corey Holcomb.
Well, most of these guys don't got hands, man, and they don't really want to fight. They just talk a big game online, but when you see them in person, it's a different story, man. I would say, man, as reacting to it, I would say that you completely obliterated him intellectually. And as far as you handle, and as far as you
didn't obliterate him intellectually, because when Corey told Anton, how come you don't talk about a white man? You know what Anton did? He danced around the question because he didn't want to talk about a white man. See, you got to expect this from somebody like Cooley, because Cooley is not too different from Anton Daniels. He's not too different from an Anton Daniels with his political stance. You know, if you know Cooley, you know Cooley. I ain't even got to go into his background like that. But what I'm saying is this. When Corey Holcomb asked Anton Daniels, how come you never talk about white men? You've been talking about black people the whole time you've been on the podcast, but you ain't said nothing about white men. You know what Anton Daniels said? I ain't finna talk about no white man. Next question. Next question. I ain't finna talk about no white man, Corey.
handling yourself with the the situation, him walking up on you. I gave my commentary live and I'm like, I would have possibly handled it a little differently because I'm a hothead, but I gotta respect the way he handled it because he still did it in a.
I didn't feel.
That's even
threatened.
perfect. You didn't feel threatened? Perfect.
No.
Perfect. That makes sense now.
Under no circumstance, at no point in there did I ever threaten. Why? What?
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Remember that?
Makes sense because that's what I was saying. Because
all bark.
All bark. Yeah. When I was reacting to it, I'm like, if I felt threatened, I would have got up right away if someone walked up to me. But if I didn't feel threatened, I probably would have just been chilling just like Anton.
I'm gonna respect you because it's your platform, and I flew out here to have a conversation.
We good.
But you're not busting up on me.
Yo, we good. I did already. I don't need
put the microphone right down right now and going up back. I don't give a fuck about this.
Homie, you just running your mouth.
I'm not running my mouth. You running your mouth.
I don't do
you
no
doing this on the internet.
If you notice, I jabbed that nigga all day long after.
I didn't get to the rest of it, yo.
No, he didn't. Anton, your followers are corny. They're goofy. They really are. Because I the reason why I say that is because you had bodyguards with you. I'm not saying that a rich man shouldn't have bodyguards, but if you got bodyguards, you ain't got the right to talk tough to anybody knowing you got bodyguards. For one. For two, a 43-year-old man challenging a 57-year-old man to a fight, that's not even a fair fight. If I beat up a 57-year-old man, do I really get stripes for that? If I'm in my early 40s and I challenge a man that's 57 to a fist fight, you don't get no stripes for that, homie. You already got an age advantage. You got an age advantage and you got bodyguard. So Anton Daniels had two advantages. He's 43, Corey is 57. And on top of that, Anton had bodyguards. That's not impressive. That's only impressive to gang goofy Gilligans on the internet. Anybody who knows better, like, that don't mean nothing. 43 challenging a 57, 43 bragging about fighting a 57-year-old. Nah, you don't get no points for that. Not at all. So you needed, not only do you have the age advantage, bro, you got bodyguards. Calm down. You didn't, this is not a W for Anton. This is not a W for Anton. It's not. Corey Holcomb is almost 60 years old. You don't get no stripes for challenging a man that old to a fight. That don't make you look good.
Anton, you cutting out.
Corey Holcomb is 2 years away from being 60. Corey Holcomb will be 58 years old this year. He's 2 years away from being 60. As a 43-year-old man, you don't get no stripes for challenging a man that's 2 years away from being 60-year-old to a fight. That's not impressive at all. And on top of that, you had your weak bodyguards with you. That's how goofy these people on the internet are. You got so many goofy people on the internet who just, it's, the internet is goofy, man. Yeah, you can make a whole lot of money on the internet, but the people that's on the internet are goofy as hell.
Out a little bit right now. I don't know if you can hear me, but you're walking through an airport, so the service is probably not that good.
And we all know that, listen, if you hire bodyguards, they're not going to sit there and watch you get beat up. Your bodyguards are not going to sit there and watch you get beat up. They're not. Josh said, why am I blocked on YouTube? I don't know, man. I didn't block you, man. Maybe I got to go into my archives and check on that, but I didn't block you, man. So I'll unblock some people. This is what I do. I will unblock some people. I don't know why you got blocked, but I'll fix it.
Let's see if it yeah, it's fully frozen now. Chat, get the likes up while all of you are waiting.
Now let me see this, man. Yeah, challenging a man that's 58 to a fight is like, man, I wouldn't even feel good about fighting a man that's 58 years old, man. I mean, if a 58-year-old man attacked me, I'll defend myself, but it ain't nothing to brag about. Oh, man, I punked this guy that was 58. Man, that ain't nothing to brag about, man. At 58, I'm not going to be fist fighting with nobody in the streets. Some of you guys in the chat right now are in your maybe late 50s. Are you going to challenge somebody to a fist fight at 58 years old? Oh, man. So what I'm saying is, let me say this again for you people who are too slow. Of course, a rich man should have a bodyguard with him, but at the same time, talking tough with a bodyguard means nothing, man. Cowards talk tough because they know they got bodyguards. So what does that mean at the end of the day? Absolutely nothing. Anybody can be tough with a bodyguard. A female will talk greasy to you if she got a bodyguard with her. KJ said, I'll feel weak challenging a 58-year-old man to a fight. Yeah, man, you need a bodyguard to fight a 58-year-old man. Oh, man. I wouldn't even feel right challenging a 58-year-old man to a fade. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that you shouldn't protect yourself if a 58-year-old man ran up on you, but I'm not gonna, man, I listen. This is how you know Anton is a square. He feels good about punking a so-called 58-year-old man. And he's speaking on this as if it's some type of W, as if it's some type of win for him. If I got into it with a 58-year-old man, I wouldn't even tell y'all about that. That ain't nothing to brag about, man. Listen, Corey Holcomb is a senior citizen. He's 2 years away from being 60 years old. Listen, if a 58-year-old man ran up on me today, I wouldn't even brag about that to y'all. That's not even worth talking about. And shout out to my OGs. If I'm 57 or 58 years old, man, I'm not going to catch no fades in the streets. I'm too old to be out there catching fades in the streets, man. I'm not going to be out there doing that. Let the youngsters get out there and catch fades. That ain't for no 58-year-old man. But this bozo is running all around the internet as if he won something, as if he got something to prove. He's milking the situation. Shout out to Kami. Kami said he's the one milking the situation. He is. You don't see Corey Holcomb on the internet talking about this at all. Corey Holcomb ain't said nothing about this. He ain't said nothing. Anton is the one that's milking this situation as if he won something. If a 58-year-old man ran up on me today and I had to defend myself from a 58-year-old man, I wouldn't come to the internet bragging about me beating up a 58-year-old man. I wouldn't brag about that on the internet. It's just it's bozo activity at that point. That ain't nothing to brag about, homie. Anton needed a bodyguard to challenge a 58-year-old man. Exactly. Exactly. You get my point. Corey didn't lose nothing, homie. He didn't lose nothing. This dude named Big Pisces Energy said Corey ain't saying nothing because he lost. Man, you guys are clowns, man. You got to be an Anton supporter. That's what you got to be. I wouldn't even listen, man. I wouldn't even mention the fact that I that's not anything to brag about, man. Once you hit 55 years old, you're a senior citizen. You're a senior citizen at 55 years old. You don't get no stripes for beating up a senior citizen. You just don't get no stripes for that. A 43-year-old man bragging about fighting a 58-year-old man is like, that's just ridiculous, bro. Now, if you got to defend yourself, I get it, but it still ain't nothing to brag about. Shout out to everybody. So Anton must give his fan club $1 for defending him like he handled. Let me read what he said. If anybody want to hit the link, man, the link is in the chat. The internet been tap dancing today, man. I don't know what's wrong with the internet, man, but it's been tap dancing a lot today. Shout out to Lee Clinton. He said, talk about it. These dudes are lame. Yeah, they lame, man. Challenging a 58-year-old man. Listen, if you need a bodyguard to challenge a 58-year-old man, then you already lost right there, but you already lost right there, homie. You lost. That ain't nothing to brag about. Said, oh boy. Oh boy. I'm gonna read some of y'all comments right now, man. Make sure that you guys bless the line. Yeah, I know it's going in and out, man. I don't know what's up with the internet today. You know, the internet is I'm gonna have to get rid of Cox, man, and get a different internet, man, because yesterday it didn't do that, but today it's like it's tweaking today for sure. It's tweaking, man. It's going in and out. How can you get a strike when you didn't do anything to anyone? I'm not understanding. Yeah, man. Shout out to Craig Harper. It's plenty 58-year-olds that will not. Yeah, I mean, I feel you, man, but most 58-year-olds are not going to fight in the street. It doesn't make sense for a 58-year-old man to be out there fist fighting in the streets. It don't. And you don't get no stripes or no points for challenging a 58-year-old man when you got bodyguards with you. It's just the whole situation is just goofy. The whole situation is just goofy. I had an old man talk crazy to me one day. I just said, man, whatever, old guy, just go on. Because if I hurt you, I'm gonna look bad. Even if you started and I hit you, I'm gonna look bad. Because the first thing they're gonna say is, man, you punched on a 60-year-old man. You punched on a 60-year-old man. That's the first thing they're gonna say. So nah, man, I'm not finna take pride in doing nothing like that, man. You should debate. Hold on, let me see what this dude said. Hold on. You should debate Anton about this upcoming and how he got his wealth. Because being in your basement every day streaming and Anton traveling, showing his rentals and you hating, talking down. Look at this goofy. Look at this goofy. See, I told you how goofy hating. You know that females and males who think like females call everything hate. I don't care how Anton got his wealth. I know he's a trust fund, baby, but I don't really care about that. I'm dealing with his talking points. Being in a basement and streaming every he's showing his rentals and you're hating and talking down. You know, goofy people call everything hate. See, when Anton talks crazy about the black community, not once did he say that Anton was hating on the black community. See, he can say things about the black community that's negative, but you know what clowns like this gonna say? Well, he telling the truth. Well, guess what? I'm telling the truth about him when I say the things that I say. Beta males who think like females call everything hate. I'm gonna mail you some tampons, man. That's what I'm gonna do. Give me your Gmail address, man. I'm gonna mail you some tampons for behaving like a woman. Females call everything hate. You got male Jezebels and males who think like females. They call everything hate. So Panda 42LK is a male Jezebel. He thinks just like a female. He calls everything hate. Everything is considered hate to a male Jezebel. This male Jezebel in my comment section. You just hating. You just hating. You just hating. You just hating. Man, you sound just like a disgruntled, delusional female. Oh, man. Everything is considered hate, huh? Telling the truth is considered hate. Get this gang Goofy Gilligan up out of my comment section. This gang Goofy Gilligan sitting up there with two left shoes on with a curly wig and a red nose with a painted face. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Let me get this male Jezebel off of my screen, man. Because that's exactly what he is, a male Jezebel. Shout out to Shanna Speaks the Real said you sound like Ice Cube, man. A lot of people told me that, man. I'm from LA. So me being from LA, man, you know, I got maybe that similar voice. You know, a lot of people say that, man, you sound like Cube. So you ain't the first person to say that. She said, there she go. There she go right there. Oh, man. Let me tell you guys something, man. And all you got to do is use some common sense. If somebody's challenging you to a fight and they got bodyguards, your bodyguards don't get paid to watch you get beat up. Your bodyguards don't get paid to watch you get beat up. They don't get paid to watch you get beat on, man. Anton Daniels knew that his bodyguards would jump in if he started losing the fight. He knew that. So he knew the fight wouldn't go bad. He was confident enough to know that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shannon Speaks. He said, I'm from LA too. Well, shit, if you're from LA too, that's what's up. Shout out to Desmond Hill for the Cash App. Desmond always showing. Listen, let's get a few more people. If you guys want me to drop the link, y'all got to bless the Cash App, man. Right now, I'm just reading off some of the comments just to see what y'all got to say. I'm reading off some of the comments. Yeah, you got a male Jezebel right here. Male Jezebel Panda 42. Yeah, you a Jezebel. You a female in some pink panties. I'm gonna mail you some tampons. Hey, Panda, give me your Gmail and I'll mail you some tampons because maybe it's that time of the month for you. I understand. I get it. You're on your cycle. You're on your menstrual cycle. So it's that time of the month. Make sure that you drop your Gmail in the chat, Panda, and I'm gonna mail you some tampons. Straight up. I'm gonna give you a whole month of support. I'm gonna give you a whole month worth of tampons. So the next time you get on your menstrual cycle, you will have at least 2 months worth of tampons. So make sure you leave your Gmail in the chat. I'm gonna mail those tampons to you, homeboy. I'm gonna mail them tampons to you, homie. Oh man, special delivery. I'm gonna mail those tampons to you, special delivery. For sure. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Man. I'm still waiting, man. Listen, man. Hey, homie, I'm still waiting on you, man. I'm still waiting on you. You still ain't send me a Gmail, man. Make sure you give me your Gmail, homie. Where your Gmail at, man? I'm serious. I'm dead serious, man. All you got to do is send me your Gmail. I'm gonna mail you those tampons, man. I'm gonna make sure that you get those tampons. You know? I'll make sure that you get them. Now, if you guys pull up, this is what you got to do. You got to make sure that you keep the language clean. One thing that I've been doing on this channel over here is keeping the language clean. We don't use no profanity over here. So I'm gonna bring up KJ. KJ.
What's up with you, Red? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, brother. You got it.
That's good, man. I just want to point out, Anton really be talking on both sides of the field. He playing Jedi mind tricks on his little fans, man. When it comes to like real estate, his business and all that, I think he actually good at that. But outside of that, I can't respect it, man, because what he was saying was he was telling Corey that maybe
You breaking up, brother. You gotta I don't know what was up with his connection, but listen, man. I'm gonna read out some of y'all comments, man. But if you want to hit the link, man, the time is now. But KJ, I'm gonna try to bring up KJ again, man, but his audio was like real choppy. It was real choppy. KJ.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
It's probably because I'm going to backwoods. Let me pull over. What I was saying was, uh, I just can't respect Anton the way he did it, because he was saying, telling Corey that he studied him, and you basically came there, to down a man. Also, I don't care what nobody say. I'm making a big assumption that he tried to take Corey. He tried to sue Corey. I feel like that was his main objective. I feel like he dressed it with a lot of things, but I feel like his core purpose was to sue this man. Because if you study the man, then you also know about the Aries spear situation. And so you this is what you do when Corey drew that line and you didn't cross that line. You was telling Corey, I came here to have a conversation, to act like you putting on the front like you was there on genuine terms. But see, after it went down, even during some of the interview, you still flip right back to that. Hey, maybe I studied you. Maybe you got caught, and it's just like, but you talking tough. You acting like you was straightforward the whole way, and it just showed the behavior, man. Like you really trying to cover up and hide yourself. At the same time, you peeking your head out from time to time. I can't respect it, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, man, like people don't have enough common sense. Now, I understand that a rich man should have security, but at the same time, talking tough while having security is goofy as well. You don't get to talk tough knowing you got security. And I said this: your security is that, like, if you pay people to do security for you, they're not going to watch you get beat up. You know that.
Right.
What do you think? Let's say if Anton started talking greasy to Corey, right? And Corey started beating him up. What you think Anton's security was gonna do?
He definitely wasn't gonna sit there. That's what he getting paid for. So I don't see what people looking at. I really don't. Like, yeah, it would never add up talking tough with a security guard. It would never add up.
Right. Like if you got security guards, pay them to protect you. That's cool. And I'm not mad at that. But don't talk greasy like you tough, knowing you got security. So there's a line. Have your security if you're rich, but you don't get to talk greasy to people because you got security either. That's fake right there. That's all I'm saying.
Right. But I do agree with you on that Corey shouldn't have got emotional. I really do. And see, that's the thing though. I believe that what Corey was also mad at too. The fact he didn't study Anton. Cause once Anton came on there and he seen the switch up, I also believe that what made Corey emotional, because it's like he already mentioned they had a phone conversation beforehand. So I believe Corey caught the play a little late, but I feel like that also what made him emotional. Like, you really got me as far as the way it looks. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, the way it looks, and I believe Corey was aware of that. So it just like these Anton fans, it's just like they just want him to win. You can tell, man. You can tell that, man, that Anton ain't really got no real victory, especially when it comes to this, this lane, because he just going on about it. He won't stop. It's the mannerism. It's the way he's going about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with you, man. And this is what I said in the beginning. Corey Holcomb is a comedian. Let's say I was sitting there and Anton told me I'm sucking the D of the black community. Man, I would have rolled right off of my shoulder. I would have used that Fleece Johnson situation to roast the hell out of Anton Daniels. Man, I would have roasted him so bad he would have been ready to leave. I would have never got emotional. So that was Corey Holcomb's first mistake, was allowing Anton Daniels to get him emotional. Corey, you're the comedian. Use your comedic skills to roast Anton. Listen, your comedic skills is your strength. That's like
Right.
if you a boxer, right? You a technical boxer. You know, like in boxing, you got brawlers. Let me give you an example. Mike Tyson is a brawler. He want to knock you out in the first round, right? Now, Floyd Mayweather is a technical boxer. He's a defensive fighter, and he's gonna strategically break you down with his technical boxing skills. So if you're Floyd Mayweather, will you brawl with Mike Tyson and just throw haymakers, or would you stay technical to pick him apart?
Right. I definitely stay in my lane. But
Right.
see, that's what I'm saying though. Like I feel like Corey couldn't really ride his lane like he want to because he ain't studying him. I guarantee you, if Corey would have knew about that Fleece Johnson, I'm you know what I'm saying? I really don't think Corey knew about that. If he knew about that, I feel like that's would have been his back foot. That would have been his rebuttal.
Corey's first and you know, I agree. His first mistake is not studying your enemy, because Anton came up there to make fun of Corey to make him look bad. That was Anton's agenda. So Corey's first mistake was not studying Anton Daniels like Anton studied him. Corey's second mistake was allowing Anton to get him emotional. Right? You feel me?
Right.
Like
Real
if
talk.
Anton, like if that was me up there and Anton said, "Oh, you sucking the D of the black community," man, I would have rolled right off my shoulder, man. I would have used the Fleece Johnson situation. I would have used the fact that he's a son. I would have used all of that ammunition to roast the hell out of him. You calling me a D sucker of the black community is gonna roll off of my shoulder, because I know you're sucking the D of conservative white men and the D of Fleece Johnson. So I would have used that to my full advantage to roast him.
Yeah, you can see that's where that's see really that's what got Anton emotional, because that's really an emotional response when he did the SMD. And the thing is, Anton, that ain't his first time getting it, because people are you've been around long enough, so people know we know you now at this point. Like, even though you're trying to add these extra traits onto your character, we already know who you are, man. Like, you really don't go at them white folks like that, man. You try to stay away from that. You try your best. And so when Corey hit you with it, you were like, I'm finna go even lower. And so he already knew what to do. But he still ain't whole frame like he thinking in his head. Because even when Corey checked him, like, because a lot of people saying Corey tried to call his bluff and it didn't work. It did. Like, what is y'all saying? Like, he did not say SMD anymore. Like, Corey, like, y'all gotta understand, just like Red pointed out. Right.
He didn't say it again. You're right. Hey, he didn't say it again. See, you telling me to go outside with you and you got a bodyguard with you, that's gonna work to your advantage, because your bodyguard is trained for these particular situations. And we all know bodyguards don't get paid to watch you get beat up.
No, that will never happen. If that's the case, you need to fire your bodyguard. That's not a real bodyguard. And
exactly.
Right. Like, I don't see it. I promise you, the simple fact Anton can act like he was being genuine about it, but your whole objective is to bring this man down and, get you a bonus on the lawsuit side. I don't see that if y'all would have went outside and if Corey would have knocked you out, even if he would have knocked you out, I feel like, let's say that Anton Daniels probably would have slightly won a fight. I still look at Anton Daniels like, you still would have sued that man. You came up there to destroy that man and try to take everything from him, man, because you already don't like us. You got black fatigue. That's what you have. And but you said so many ways, like, I can't take you as a genuine person, man. I couldn't trust you. And I believe that what was going through Corey here, like, man, I really want to knock you out, man. Even though I'm too old to be fighting, but it's like I risk my health at the same time. From the phone call when we talk until you coming up here acting like a different person, I can't even trust you on the fade, man. I can't go outside with you like that, man. You gonna do me dirty. You gonna throw a lawsuit on me, man.
And you
And
got
that's
a
the type of
bodyguard, and you got a bodyguard with you.
and you got your bodyguard. So why would I just go with everything you're saying when you're talking on both sides of the fence? Like Anton supposed to be this Christian guy. Cause when I first ran into Anton Daniels, uh
Shout out to my man. She dropped down, man. It is what it is. But hey, man, if you guys want to hit the link, you want to come up, you're welcome to hit the link. Like I said, man, your bodyguards don't get paid to watch you get beat up. They don't. So Anton knew that the fight wouldn't go too far just based on the fact that his bodyguards was present. He knew that. But when Corey told him, don't say this again, he didn't say it again. He didn't say it again. So you also have to factor that in as well. He said, say this again. Call me a whoopty whoop again. Anton never said it again. Anton said, let's go out back. Bro, you got a security guard with you. You got a bodyguard with you. They're not going to watch you get beat up. They're not going to sit around and watch you get embarrassed and you're paying them. Come on, people, let's use common sense. Your security guards, your bodyguards are not going to watch you get beat up. They're not. That's not what they get paid for. Yeah. Hey, man, salute to everybody, man. But listen, man, I think we didn't chopped it up enough today, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, you know, Red Supreme TV1 is no more. They removed it. I'm going to appeal it, but guess what? I got this channel running, and I got a third channel that I'll be posting as well. So I got a third channel that I'll be posting, so just tap in for that one, man. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. But yeah, Anton Daniels flagged my video on Wednesday. The roast that I did on Wednesday on TV1. And then yesterday, YouTube removed my channel. They didn't even give me a third strike. They just removed the channel because of, you know, the people who was reporting my channel. But this is what you got to understand. Red Supreme TV1 had vulgar language. We don't use vulgar language on King Supreme TV. So this channel right here is protected because we don't use vulgar language. I keep it PG-13 over here so that YouTube don't have an excuse to demonetize my video or better yet, flag the content. So, you know, I keep it PG-13 just based on that. I got somebody else back here in the chat. Let me bring old boy. What's your name, man? Hold on 1 second. Let me see who we got, man. Yeah, no profanity. Like I said, man, my main channel just got terminated by YouTube. Tommy Sotomayor flagged me in December. Anton flagged me in January. So I had 2 strikes and they deleted the channel yesterday. So PSA, keep the language clean. And yes, man, you have the floor right now. You got it. Well, he dropped down. I was gonna give him the floor. Yeah, they deleted my channel. They YouTube deleted Red Supreme TV1 yesterday, man. You know, it is what it is. My first strike on my channel came from Tommy Sotomayor in December. My second strike came from Anton Daniels on Wednesday, and then yesterday was Friday. They didn't even give me a third strike. They deleted my channel because they said that my channel was cyberbullying and it had a lot of profanity and foul language in it. So that's the main reason that I leave the profanity out of this channel and we keep it PG-13, man. So it is what it is, man. Dre Stick, man. Dre Stick. Go ahead, bro. You got the flow, man.
Hey, sorry, brother. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, man. You got the flow.
Oh, appreciate you, brother. And it's drastic. You know, I just kind of added a little spice into the last couple.
I don't know why he keep dropping down, man. You know, it keeps dropping them down, man. But you're welcome to hit the link. So you guys can find me over here, and I got a third channel, man. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop the link to my third channel. I'm gonna drop the link to my third channel and my community tab. So we'll create another channel, and I will appeal for TV1, man, to get the channel back. So it is what it is. It's just a process, man. Hopefully we'll get it back. But Drastic. Your name is Drastic. Go ahead, my brother.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I don't know why I'm on my phone doing this. It keep going out talking about some type of server, but I just want to say, man, keep doing what you're doing, and man, I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna get worse for Anton, man, for real, because God don't like ugly. And for the other part, the fact of the matter is, man, the more you start listening to him, not just through the years, but the more you listen to him, you start to realize how much of a pest and how impulsive he is.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on. The brother keeps dropping down. Now my Wi-Fi was kind of going in and out earlier, man. You know what I mean? But when I bring these brothers up, for some reason, it's just dropping everybody down. Let me see. I'm gonna try one more time. Go ahead, bro. You got it.
About that, I won't be here long because I don't know. I think it's probably has something to do with my phone. But all I can say is, man, keep doing what you're doing. I'm sorry to hear about him flagging your channel. But yeah, man, it's not gonna get any better for Anton. This really gonna bite him on. It's gonna bite him in the rear, man. But you keep doing what you're doing, man. You keep standing up for the right thing, because like the old saying go, man, it's gonna rear his ugly head. This situation where it's gonna rear his ugly head. He can get fame from.
Yeah, man. Well, this is what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna wrap this one up, man. I've been here for 2 hours and 21 minutes. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. Appreciate everybody for supporting the content, and I will continue to do what I do. This channel was PG-13, so YouTube has no reason to flag this channel because the language is clean. We don't use profanity, and it is what it is, man. So Red Supreme TV1, to be honest with you guys, Red Supreme TV1 had a lot of curse words and vulgar language. So let that be a learning lesson to you podcasters, man. If you want to stay monetized and you want to stay on the platform, stay away from the profanity, because they gave me 2 strikes in 60 days. They didn't even give me a third strike. They just removed my channel because what they said yesterday in the Gmail was, well, we reviewed your channel, and when we reviewed your channel, we found content with a lot of profanity, and it was bullying and harassment. So that gave them the ammunition to delete Red Supreme TV1. Lee Clinton, man. Let me see what Lee Clinton.
Hey, peace, brother. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, brother. You got the flow.
All right, peace. I just wanted to say, in my opinion, Corey's first mistake was allowing Anton to come on his platform to begin with.
Yeah.
Corey already knew somewhat about Anton, maybe not fully, but he knew enough to know Anton is a sucker, and you can't par with a sucker. You can't win with a sucker because people like Anton don't have no morals, right? He will save his life just to live 60 seconds longer. That's why he was on. That's why he interviewed old boy, because he's like that, you know. And like the other caller said, the fact that he's living in the moment shows that he ain't never been in nothing before. Because like you said earlier, this ain't nothing to brag about at all. I wish Corey would have called his bluff, and then you'd have seen Anton wasn't on nothing. But Anton don't got no morals. He's a compromised person. We could see that. Corey should have never had him on this platform to begin with. You can't win with suckers. There's no winning with suckers. All you could do is avoid a sucker. That's it.
Yeah, man. Hey, look. When Corey asked him, well, how come you don't say nothing about white man? You talk bad about black people all day. I ain't finna say nothing about no white man. Next subject.
He started stuttering. He was like, wait, hold on. Then he took a week. He went the weak route and said, well, I say stuff about liberal white women, which is like, that's the most easiest thing to say. Anybody could, that's like a punching bag. They don't hit back. But he said, what about the white men? He's changed the subject again. So we know how Anton gets his bag. We know how he got his subscription up. He was doing the whole dating thing, the whole the war, the sexist thing when he was on Lapeef. Then he went to the black conservative bag, and now he's up. So he has to compromise himself for those people. You understand? So that's what it is. He's a tap dancer. And also, last thing I want to say real quick, we see also all the other tap dancers like Cooley who agree with him. Anyone that agrees with this, we see who you are.
Shout out.
That's it. You know, that's all I want to say, brother. You know, just keep up the good work. We need real voices, man, because right is right and wrong is wrong. There should be no no one should have any type of what I'm trying to say, like any type of, we should all be in agreement here, right? Like I'll give you a last example, like there should be no one saying child molestation is wrong. We should all know, hey, that's wrong. Whatever your race is, whatever your religion, whatever, we should all across the board know that that's wrong. So the same thing with this situation. We should all know that Anton is wrong. He's a sucker. He's living in the moment. He's gassed up. And that's what it is. And like the brother said earlier, the other brother that was on, he did not say it again. When he said say it again, it wasn't gonna be no walking out. It was gonna happen right there, you know. But he know how to play poker. He had his poker face on, and that's what he got to do. His whole life is one big bluff. So it is what it is, brother. But keep doing your thing, man.
Appreciate you, Lee Clinton, for sure, my brother.
All right,
peace, man.
Peace.
Yeah, and that's what it is, man. You know, he said, say it again. He didn't say it again. Listen, if somebody's telling you to go out back, right, and they got a bodyguard, that's not impressive, man. Anybody can be tough with a bodyguard. Your bodyguards are not going to sit there and watch you get boo-bopped and molly-wopped. They're not going to sit there and let that happen. So that's what gave him the confidence to say, let's go out back. You got bodyguards with you, bro. It's easy to talk tough. But anyway, man, I think I've said everything enough. You know, we're just kind of repeating the same points, but I repeated the same points because I know a lot of people are goofy and they really don't understand what's really going on. So I had to repeat some of these talking points to rub it in so that people can really understand. Peace to everybody. Make sure that you guys bless the like button. If you haven't blessed the like button, you're committing a crime. You're committing a crime if you haven't blessed that like button, y'all. Bless the like button. It ain't nothing. Hey, homeboy, it's King Supreme in a major way. I got to get up out of here, y'all. Have a beautiful and blessed day. I'm gone.